Welcome to you all in this online class. A very good morning to you all, my dear students. As we know, today our main topic of discussion is medieval period. As we know, this chapter is to be revised by you and me also. Just now, I have taken the class of section C and D. It is why highlighted points are shown in your screen, in my screen. No doubt these are the important question parts. Actually, the main motto of my teaching today is not to acquaintance you or introduce you with some important question answer, but to say you to learn the art how to make the question answer by yourself. Is it clear? All the students go through the chapters, no doubt. Good students always do this work. And by going through the paragraphs, how will you choose some important facts that is very important from the examination point of view? If you will go through this line and if you listen me carefully, you will see the similarities. I mean, you will find the art to make such type of question answer. So main motto of this class or main objective of my teaching is to inculcate the art to make question answer by your own. This is my motto. Now let me to start the chapter. Actually, you have very familiar to some traditional questions of this chapter. For example, if question comes, which period is known as the medieval period in European history? Your answer will be the period from 5th to 15th century CE is known as the medieval period in European history. In the same way, other question is also asked, which period is known as the medieval period in Indian history? Your answer will be in the same pattern. The period from 8th to 18th century is known as the medieval period in India, right? Medieval period in India. This will be your answer. But now, my dear student, if question comes, trace out the period of the ancient Indian history. You are studying the medieval period in this about the medieval period in this chapter. If question comes, write about the period or which period is known as or is included in ancient history of India, then how will you write? Can any one of you give me the answer? Okay, the answer is what? The period from prehistoric time to 7th century CE is known as the ancient history or ancient period of Indian history. Is it clear? So from this side of question can be asked. If question is regarding 1 mark or MCQ, this type of question can be framed. The period from prehistoric time to 7th century C is a part of dash history. Ancient, medieval, modern, none of these. The correct option will be what? Yes, ancient history. Very good. So in this way, this type of question you have to learn. These are very important questions. Now next is the same question will be asked regarding Indian history or European medieval history. Which period is mark? Which period does mark the beginning and end of the medieval period? Now you have to break this line. You have to separate this line as per the question form. If you are the traditional listener, if you are the traditional uh, answer learner, you will feel problem. But if you are a smart one, you can very easily write the answer of such type of twisted question or analytical question. Your answer will be the period from 8th to 18th century marks the beginning and the end respectively of the medieval period. Or you can write in your own word also, the 8th century marked the beginning and the 18th century marks the end of the medieval period in Indian history. In such a way you have to frame. Now let me to say about its importance. Actually, in medieval period, many important changes took place, which brought the change in society, economy, political condition, culture of the people, art, architecture, technology, and it make a very big line between the previous age and the then present age. And when we compare both the ages, we find that several changes are the examples of differences. And it is why the name of the age also was changed. Earlier phase was known as ancient and later was known as medieval period. In ancient period, our Indian uh, foreign relation was limited, not very wide. Indians were confined in their areas mostly, except relation with Sumer, Babylonia, etc. But during the medieval period, Indian foreign relation began to set up with many countries, many parts of the world. We Indians came in contact with the outside world. Earlier we were aloof, separated, and it influenced our society. These influences can be seen in the field of culture, administration, economy, language, and religious beliefs of the people. So this was the importance of this age. Importance in short what? It brought us in contact with other countries. Second, in this age, many changes took place in the field of society, administration, economy, etc. And we learned so many things in the field of art, technology, administration, etc. Now, my dear student, as you know, we study these types periods of history, and we know history is the study of past, and the present people was not alive or present in 100 years ago or 200 years ago or 5,000 years ago. We are living nowadays in present world. Historians are living in the present age. Then how do we know about the life, culture, administration, society, about the past? Yes, we know about them because we have some sources of information. There are something which says us a lot of things about the past, about the previous years and centuries and generations. And these sources from which we learned about the past are known as the sources of information. Now, as we know, uh, there are sufficient, various, ample sources of information to make the study easier or convenient. All these sources of information are basically divided into two parts. One is called literary sources and other is called archaeological sources. Here in your book it is divided in two parts, literature and what? Literature and this is called literature and archaeological sources. It can be said literary sources, right? And what? Literary sources and archaeological sources. Archaeological sources. Archaeological sources. These are two, right? And we have to give the examples of these two. Here we'll see literary. ये जो दिया हुआ है आपका लिटरेरी सोर्स, ठीक है, इसका कौन कौन सा लिटरेरी सोर्स? हियर वी सी रिलीजियस वर्क्स, है ना, ये रिलीजियस वर्क्स and commentaries that is based on Purana, the Smriti. First, second, non-religious works and medicine, astronomy, dramas, stories, literature, etc. Third, autobiographies, orders of the rulers, letters, right? All these one. So these are the literary sources of information. Some books are also important in this regard because these are also the sources of information. For example, Prithviraj Raso, by whom it is written? Chandavardai. Okay? Now from, suppose if any question setter sets the question, write the name of the book which throws the light on the administration of the life of the people during the reign of Prithviraj Chauhan. The correct answer will be what? Prithviraj Rasho. Who wrote Prithviraj Rasho? Chandavardai. Now one important question. What is Prithviraj Rasho? What is Prithviraj Rasho? Actually it is a great epic poem. ये महाकाव्य है, बहुत लंबी कविता है ये. Epic poem written by Chandavardai about the life of the people in North India during the reign of Prithviraj Chauhan. So in this way, you should be very sincere in this online class because from this side question can be set. Now next question. Name the two books or name two books which gives us sufficient information about the medieval age. One is Tahqiq-e-Hind and other is Ain-e-Akbari. Right? Ain-e-Akbari. Have you understood? Ain-e-Akbari. Tahqiq-e-Hind was written by Al-Biruni and Ain-e-Akbari was written by Abul Fazl. But very important question is inherent here. Write the name of language in which आइन अकबरी और तहकीक हिंद were written. Your correct option or answer will be what? Persian language. Now, here you see, if question comes, write the name of three travelers or foreign visitors who wrote about medieval period of North India. Your correct answer will be what? These highlighted words. Ibn Battuta, Marco Polo, and Bernier. But my dear student, you should learn. In course of teaching about these sources of information and about these foreign visitors, I had given you some short information about Ibn Battuta, Marco Polo, and Bernier. And from this side, question can be asked, right? From which country Marco Polo came? India. No doubt, Marco Polo was the citizen of Venice, I mean of Italy. वेनिस सिटी के थे, वेनिस शहर के थे, लेकिन डायरेक्ट वो क्या है, इंडिया वहां से नहीं आए थे. He had set for his journey in many parts of the world, and when he was returning to his own native place, I mean Venice, he came China in returning time, and from China he came to India. So if question comes, from which country does Marco Polo or did Marco Polo come India? And if option is not given Venice, China, India, Pakistan, these are given, then you have to write about China. Now, next important thing, what was the most important development or invention in medieval period which encouraged the writings of records? That was what? Availability of paper. Paper. If options are given, paper, pencil, cutter, book, the most appropriate option will be what? Paper. Have you understood? And when paper came in use, the people began to write on paper. So many records were made, many documents were written, and writing of records were encouraged by the paper, by the availability of paper or invention of paper. So here also a mark question can be raised. Name the thing of which popularity or availability or which make or which encourage the writing of records in medieval India. Paper. And all the handwritten papers were known as manuscripts. All the handwritten paper, books or records were known as what? Manuscripts. So if question comes, what is meant by manuscript? You should answer in proper way. Here in this paragraph, you have learned some words which were used in those days began to change in course of time, like the term Hindustan. Right? Earlier, Hindustan means a place where Hindus live. But nowadays, it is called India, where all kinds of people, all types of people regarding all types mean related to all the religions live here. Now, next is excavation of town and cities are known as, I mean, which type of sources of information? Literary or medieval? It will be the medieval. I'm sorry, literary or archaeological. So archaeological. What is archives? The state government keep all the records and documents, manuscript in the archives. It is in New Delhi. And this one, manuscript, handwritten text is known as manuscript. Sarai means inns, I mean rest house for the travelers. Scribe, a person who copied out documents. Now let me to give you a link for test. Okay, be ready. Just now I'm going to give you the link. Have you got the link? Okay, start. Start your answer. If you have any problem through your chat box, you can tell me.